Good morning, students. Today we are going to start another important chapter from the inorganic chemistry, metallurgy. Actually, in the CBSE textbook, this chapter name is General Principles and Processes of Isolation of Elements. General Principles and Process of Isolation of the Elements. But metallurgy. In this chapter, especially, we are going to discussing how the metals are extracted from the earth crust. What kind of technologies are there? What kind of scientific methods are there? The information we will discuss in this chapter. So metallurgy means the metals are extracted from the extractions from the earth crust. What kind of process or techniques or scientific methodologies are used to extractions of the metals from the earth crust? The information we will discussing in this chapter. That's why I am simply mentioned the chapter name is metallurgy. Metallurgy is nothing but extractions of the metals from the earth crust. The process of extractions of the metals from the earth crust, that is known as metallurgy. But in the CBSE textbook, this chapter name is General Principles and Process of Isolation of Elements. So same meaning. So isolation means extractions of element from the earth crust. Okay, my dear students. So once again, metallurgy is the one of the important chapter in the inorganic part. Because of nowadays, number of precious metals are there: gold, platinum, silver, copper, aluminum. These are also very valuable metals. But how they are extracted from the earth crust, what kind of technologies are there, what kind of scientific methods are there, the entire information we will discuss in this lesson. So first of all, see here. Occurrence of metals, generally occurrence of metal. Metallic core in the earth crust, one region is there that is called metallic core, that's commonly known as the sideropil or sideropil. So metallic core, where is actually in the earth crust, one region is there, that region name is a sideropil and its metallic core. In metallic core of the earth crust contains, so that particular region mostly different kind of the metals are there. For example, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, rubidium, Rutherford, Ru, and palladium, silver, rhenium, osmium, iridium, platinum and gold. So in earth crust, one particular region is there that is called metallic core. Especially in this metallic core, sideropil, it's in this particular area, this kind of the metals are generally found in the earth crust. See, entire composition of metal in the earth crust. So for example, all metals are generally extractions from the earth crust. It's not available in the atmosphere. That's why what is the percentage of particular metal in the earth crust? So entire the composition of metal in the earth crust may be given as aluminum 8.3% is available entire the earth crust, calcium 3.6, sodium 2.8, potassium 2.6, magnesium 2.1 percentage, titanium 0.4 percentage, manganese 0.1 percentage, iron is the 5.1. So first of all, aluminum is the maximum percentage, iron is a 5.1 percentage, other metals are 0.1 percentage. This is the compositions of the metals in the earth crust. Next, third point, see Nana. The elements occur in free state as well as the combined state. For example, some elements are occur in the free state. For example, gold, platinum and silver, these metals are generally occurs in the free state. But other metals, more reactive metals such as calcium, magnesium, aluminum, these are not available in the free state, is always available in the combined state. So ultimately, my dear student, the elements occur in the free state as well as the combined state. The metals found in the combined state are in oxidized form and non-metals in reduced form. So if any one of the metal is available in the combined state, how to extract it? By the oxidizing methods or reducing methods. Okay, my dear students, but most of the elements are available in the combined state, not a free states. Now fourth point, see, some of the very important unreactive metals. Unreactive metals means which is the unreactive metals? They are generally available in the free states. Unreactive metals such as gold, platinum, rarely silver, palladium and copper, etc. These are the less reactive metal, unreactive metal with other element. That's why these are available in the free state. And moreover, gold and platinum are commonly known as the noble metals because of their unreactive noble metals. And free state, found in the free state. Free state is also known as sometime native state. For example, gold and platinum is available in the free state. It's nothing but native state. It's nothing but it's not a combined state because unreactive metals. So gold and platinum are commonly known as noble metals. And fifth point, Sinana, most metals found in the earth crust as a oxides and sulfide. This is the most important point, my dear students. Most of the metals in combined state as available of oxides or sulfides. Most of the compounds are combinations with oxygen or sulfide. These minerals compound must be reduced to liberated the desired metals. For example, if one of the magnesium oxides are there or magnesium sulfide is there, after remove of the sulfide and oxygen, after that you will get the pure metals. So most of the compounds contains oxygen and sulfide in the earth crust with metals. Okay, my dear students, this is the introduction part. Now we are going to start important terminology.